A silence sealed the irrevocable decree. All of them became silent. When Savitri asserted all that, everybody became absolutely quiet. Absolutely quiet. They were speechless. A silence sealed the irrevocable decree, the word of faith that fell from the heavenly lips, fixing a doom no power could ever reverse, unless heaven's will itself could change its course. See how the epic narrative moves and with such rapidity from event to event, from episode to episode. He's carrying it forward now. The whole thing. Savitri has said, yes, this all. What next? Now he makes a beginning with a deep, occult, metaphysical statement. Irrevocable decree. A silent, sealed decree. So, it's a legal document, decree. It cannot be changed at all. The seal is firm there. And who has put the seal? Silence. Legal document. Nobody. It's a very authoritative document coming from the Supreme Judge. Finished. This shall be so. And everybody has to accept it. Silence. Silence. So that decree, that stamp is there on that envelope, and the envelope is covered with FC. Sealed, irrevocable. Irrevocable, obviously, which cannot be changed, which cannot be taken back. Which cannot be taken back at all, you see. Irrevocable, you see. It cannot be reversed, revoked. It cannot be. Now, a silent, sealed, irrevocable decree. Now, see, the poet, if I simply see this particular line, a silent, sealed, irrevocable decree, in the context of what Savitri has just said, then this decree stands for who? What Savitri has said. It will stand for what Savitri has said. Yes, I have decided this is my decree. This is my supreme authority. This is the seal. Please don't change. Nobody can change that thing. Everybody became quiet, absolutely quiet at the time. Silent they sat, looked into the eyes of fate. That was the last sentence, no? Silent they sat and looked into the eyes of fate. Obviously, he says eyes of fate. So fate has eyes. Fate is not a blind fate. It has an eye to see. It has a sight. It has a vision. It has something which can see far ahead of time. That is what eyes of fate would mean. Far ahead of time. What is going to happen tomorrow, beyond. It can see that thing straight away. Eyes of fate. It's a very powerful phrase, eyes of fate in that sense. And then, is it in that context that this irrevocable decree occurs? Is it Savitri's will, my will is etc., etc.? That is the irrevocable decree. Is it that or something else? If you simply read the first sentence, first line alone, it would imply that in the continuation of what was said in the earlier canto, it would imply that it is Savitri's decree which is being expressed here. But the clarifications would come in the next 2-3 lines. The word of faith that fell from the heavenly lips. That is the decree. The word of faith that fell from the heavenly lips. Heavenly lips, of course, Narad. He has spoken that word. Word of faith. He had brought the word of faith. He spoke that thing. It fell. In fact, he didn't speak. It came out of him. He was used as an instrument to convey something. He was used as an instrument to convey something. Well, the word of fate. Fixing a doom, no power could ever reverse. Could ever reverse goes along with the irrevocable decree. Unless heaven's will, you see now the poet is very clever also, he is very tight in his arguments. Yes, 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 all that thing happen, but what about if tomorrow for its own whims and fancies heaven changes his mind? You can't rule out that possibility. Heaven might have decided today like this, but tomorrow it may take the fancy to change its mind. We can't be sure of that. We can't read the mind of heaven. Therefore, unless heaven's will itself could change its course. See, that is Shaivism. That is the pure logic of inspired thought and revelation. Inspired, yeah, 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 yeah. And then he says, of course, then he says, or so it seemed. See, he's still keeping it hanging, you see. Or so it seemed. Yet from the silence rose one voice that questioned changeless destiny. Yes, this is destined, this is going to happen, etc., etc. But there is a cry from below. What kind of destiny is this? What kind of things are happening in this world? Is this your God, Mr. Narad, who has made this world full of misery, full of suffering, full of anguish? Is it your God? Please tell Mr. Narad about that. A cry, a voice questioned. She had the courage to question Narad now. Because it is natural for her. It is the future of her daughter which is involved here. How can she remain quiet? She is going to question everything. It may be a very hard decision and all that thing. And if Narad fails to answer her what she is going to speak, then it means that heaven's will could change. It would mean the heaven's will could change in that process. There is a possibility he has kept it open, is that we see. Now, silence sealed the irrevocable decree, the word of fate fell. What has the word of fate done? In the immediate context we have seen, it has awakened the soul of Savitri, it has brought forward. Savitri's decision has become firm. It was to steal the will of Savitri that the word of fate was spoken. But the word of fate was not only for Savitri. Of course, it was for Savitri in the immediate context, but it was to fix a doom. The word of fate was to fix the doom. To fix the doom. Yes, doom could have been there or could not have been there, but it had to be really fixed. And therefore, we can say that in the cosmic working, what Narada has really done is he has lent his mouth to utter that word. It is not his own word. He has brought it from somewhere, and it is that word which has fixed the doom. In other words, Narad is not responsible for the doom. He is not responsible for the doom. The doom has been fixed by somebody else. He is absolved of the charge that it is Narad who is playing mischief. It's not that. He is absolved from that. Fixing a doom, it is the word, it has been already decided by somebody, by fate, the cosmic force is fixed. And he has brought that word and fixed it. But doom could not have been fixed had Narad not given that utterance. That is also important. Doom is planned, is a part of the whole process, but there has to be some instrument to make it work. to make it work. There has to be some instrument on the physical plane, on the cosmic plane. There has to be somebody to work there, you see. And Narad has lent himself to play that role. To play. That is his greatness. That is his real unique contribution. That is his real greatness, Narad's greatness, you see. He has lent himself to the working of the cosmic forces. He has lent himself because he is doing everything in the name of his God, Vishnu. Vishnu. He is the devotee of Vishnu. So, in the name of his God, he is willing to lend himself fully to his work. And he comes here, he takes that difficult transition from the spiritual into human birth, human body, comes here and utters this word. So Savitri is done, etc., all that thing. But more important, that thing is in the cosmic working to make fate function. Somebody had to come forward and do something. And that is what Narad has done. The word of fate of Narad has fixed the doom. Has fixed the doom. See, that is the yogic poetry, the power of yogic poetry. It is so precise also, and the implications are so diverse, so deep. The occult contents are very profound everywhere. And then it says, so it seemed, because, well, still the play is there. If the human voice rises, if something gets affected by that human voice, then things may change. Heaven itself may change its will. Heaven's will itself could change its course. If heaven's will itself can change its course, it would also mean that if Savitri has identified herself, her will with the will of the heaven, with heaven, her will also can change. It would amount that. So it seemed. So it seemed. Yet from the silence rose one voice that questioned changeless destiny. One voice, now obviously the voice, the angry voice of Savitri's mother. And there is a beautiful phrase here later on, voicing us question to the inscrutable power. The queen now turned to the still, immobile steer. Assailed with the discontent in nature's depths, partner in the agony of dumb, driven thing, and all the misery, all the ignorant cry, passionate like sorrow, questioning heaven, she spoke. She has great courage to speak about heaven, questioning heaven, voicing us question. So she is speaking on behalf of the mortal, of we all small little creatures. She had the courage to question Narad and ask him, what is this incredible power, all that thing. She's going to question him. She's not going to leave him alone like that. We now turn to the still, immobile seer. Still, immobile seer. Still is an adjective here. Still means quiet. Who is still calm. He is not adverb. He is not still. He is not yet immobile. It means that. Although he is hearing all kind of emotional speeches and all that thing, still he is immobile. It's not that. In spite of all that thing, he is calm. It's not that. He is always calm in spite of this conflicting emotional clash which is going on here. He remains calm all the while, still immobile. Means, in other words, that still is an adjective strengthening immobile. He is not affected by all our human passions and all that. Assailed with the discontent in nature's depths, partner in the agony of dumb, demon thing. This is the greatness of Savitri's mother. She is the partner in the agony of the human creature. She has taken human role. She is participating in that. And all the misery, all the ignorant cry. Yes, that is what natural is there for us. Passionate like sorrow, questioning heaven. She spoke. Now, here, this is again a very wonderful psychological phrase. Passionate like sorrow. Sorrow has a passion. Sorrow has a passion. And in that passion, she is questioning. That is the deep psychology of the poet. How Shabdu brings out the human psychological elements through small, small little phrases like that. Passionate like sorrow. This is most original kind of a description. You would never find that sorrow can be passionate. Like that.